your girl Shalae back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to be discussing free college programs in every state. That's right, absolutely no student loans, free 99. Now guys, I have programs for my seasoned seniors, for my high school graduates, for those who started college and didn't finish. Girl, I'm not judging you. Whatever you need, Shalae got it. All right. Now these programs are super easy to apply for. Some may require a drug test. Yeah, I said it, a drug test. But you get a free degree, right? But if you want to know how you can go back to school, start school, or just something with school, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friends. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below when you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and purchase my Thrift Anissa t-shirt that I am modeling for you, okay? And you can get an ebook as well and some Amazon Prime. All right, so the first day we're going to jump into is Alabama. Can we say roll, tide, roll? Alabama, we have the Birmingham Promise. That is right. Starting in 2020, every graduating senior from a Birmingham city school has the opportunity to get financial help to go to college. Now, if you are a senior who has been enrolled in the Birmingham city schools since the start of the year, you can apply for the Birmingham Promise Scholarship. Now, they promise to help pay for tuition as well as mandatory fees at any 2-year, 4-year college in Alabama. Now, some colleges do have a grade point average requirement that you would have to meet in order to attend, so you still have to get inside into the school, right? But once you get in, you don't have to worry about how you gonna pay for it. All right, that's where the Alabama Promise comes in. That means that students, if you have an issue with your grades or something, you might need to go to a school, develop yourself, get your skills a little bit marketable, but they will pay for it. All right. Now, next we are going to Alaska, which I call the original A. That's where I was born in. The Alaska Commission on Post-Secondary Education provides grants to students who have qualifying unmet financial needs in order to be considered for the Alaskan Assassin Grant. No, it's not Assassin. You would have to file your FAFSA by June 30th of the academic year. The grants can range anywhere from $500 to $4,000 per academic year. It is based on your family's expected contribution as a result of the FAFSA. So you got to fill out your FAFSA. You know, once you get that, if you are in Alaska, it's not necessarily a full scholarship, but they will go ahead and pay if you are enrolled full part-time as well. Hey, something is better than nothing. And right now with student loans being up here, you better get what you can get. Okay, next we are going to Arizona, where Arizona State University has two, not one, but two tuition-free programs. The first is the ASU College Attainment Grant, which provides full tuition to Arizona residents who qualify for the Pell Grant. So as long as you do your FAFSA, you qualify, full tuition as long as you can get in. The second program is the Obama Scholars Program. Come on, Obama. All right, come on, Obama. Now, this is for highly motivated Arizona students or residents who demonstrate leadership qualities. I knew it had to be something for this one. You just don't attach Obama name on anything. And your family must earn less than $42,400 annually as well. The next program that we have is the Arkansas Future State Grant Program as well. Now, this grant is supposed to increase the education and the skills in Arkansas's workforce in an affordable manner. I like it, Arkansas. Okay, now the grant will supply or applies to students who are enrolled in the STEM, you know, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. The grant will cover tuition and fees for qualifying certificates, associate's degrees, as well at Arkansas public institutions. The grant is available, though, on a first come, first serve basis. All right, so now, mind you, I'm just giving you grants that I found in your state. It could be more, it could be less, but this is what your girl was able to find, okay? Next, we have the California Promise, which it seems like there's a lot of promises going on, where this program enables a number of campuses at the California State University to establish a pledge for residents who are entering as first-time students who are interested in completing their bachelor's degree as well as in 4 years. So Many of the campuses, they said, for students who are pursuing an associate's degree, you can start off someplace, you can transfer, but they will take any credit from a community college as well as help you pursue and pay for you to go to a 4-year university. Now, this program is limited to students who meet the following criteria. You must be residents of California. You must have low income, Pell eligible grants as well. And then you're from communities that are underrepresented in college attendance. Only certain majors at campuses are eligible for these programs as well. Not all students who indicate that they have a need will be able to participate in this program, okay? So there we have it. Next, we have the Colorado Pledge. Oh my gosh, Colorado. Now, what y'all got going on? But this pledge is making a historic pledge to address the affordable concerns of higher education. They have a new pilot program that is supporting Colorado families and making Colorado college education more affordable for families from the home state. Now, you must have an adjusted income, or your family must have an adjusted income of less than $200,000. And then they have financial aid packages that they will also take into consideration, but it's based on the equity on a family's primary residence. Every student in 2021 who demonstrates the eligibility for the first year will receive the funding, and you can get it for all 4 years at a Colorado college as well. So they definitely encourage for everyone to go ahead and participate. Next, we have the Connecticut Promise. Now, this scholarship is based upon the tuition, the federal grant, and your terms of your residency, which can include enrollment in a 2 or a 4-year college or university. Now, in order to receive the Connecticut Promise, you must be a New Haven resident, attend a New Haven public school or charter school in the city of New Haven. You must have a positive disciplinary record during high school, so you couldn't have been kicked out, you couldn't be expelled, and you have to do 40 hours of community service. You have to have a 90% attendance record. If you miss more than 72 days in high school, you're not eligible. My goodness. I mean, yeah, that's a lot. Okay, Connecticut. Next, we're moving on to Delaware, where we have the tuition-free degree completion for Delaware residents over the age of 60. So this is all my seasoned seniors. I came through. If you are in Delaware, they are encouraging adults to continue their studies part-time or full-time. To be eligible for undergraduate or graduate tuition, you must be over the age of 60 and you must be already admitted to a university. Now, registration for the classes for the over 60 tuition-free degree program, that's a lot to say, okay, is based on a space available basis. You are still responsible for buying like your textbooks, paying fees, housing, dining, continuing education, or anything that you may need. So it's not just on them to do that. Now, in Florida, we have the Sunshine Scholarship Program. If you are an 11th grade student, the Sunshine State Scholars Program is awarding school students with, or district students with, the Sunshine Scholarship who are the brightest, okay, students in the 11th grade, and you're going to get a STEM degree. Now, they said, hey, they will provide the scholarship to attract more students for the STEM program, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics program, okay? So as long as you're studying that, you can apply for it, and you must be in the 11th grade. In Georgia, we have the Hope Career Grant. Now, this is for a lot of, they have a lot of openings. It's 17 different programs, but for this, it's like you get a certificate. The certificates can range from practical nursing to manufacturing, but the Hope Career Grant is to give a student the boost that they need to get a well-paying job. So, you know, without accumulating all the debt. So it's like 17 different programs that they have. You can go ahead and check out those programs and then see if you want to do it. And after you complete the program, they even have where you can get hired as well. But it must be one of those programs. All right, moving along, we are going to Aloha, my friend. That is right, Hawaii, where we have the Hawaii Promise Scholarship Program to provide free in-state tuition for qualifying University of Hawaii community college students with financial needs. So now the Hawaii Promise will cover things like your tuition, your books, your supplies, transportation for students. Hawaii also had a last dollar program that it will cover whatever your Pell Grant is. So say like if your Pell Grant was $5,000 but your school cost $5,500, then they will cover the $500. It's like the last dollar program. All right, for Idaho, I could not find anything for you guys. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. In Illinois, they have the Illinois commitment for tuition and fees up to 4 years for qualifying students. If you are an Illinois resident and your family makes less than $67,000 and has less than $50,000 in assets, you may be eligible for the Illinois commitment. Now, with this, the program does not cover room and board or any other expenses. You must be an Illinois resident, a new freshman, or a transfer undergraduate under the age of 24 to get this program. All right, next we're going next door to Indiana, where they have the 21st Century Scholarships Program. I used to be a part of this program, crazy enough, but it will give you 4 years of tuition to a state's program. Now, you must commit to the program in the 7th or 8th grade. I think when this came out, guys, I was in the 7th or 8th grade when they actually did this program. But students enrolled in the 7th or 8th grade, you must earn an overall GPA of 2.5 on a 4.0 scale. And then at that point, you can earn the Indiana's core, I think it's the core diploma, and complete at least 30 credit hours a year in college. Now, there is an income threshold for the 21st Century Scholarships programs as well. We are headed to Iowa, where they have the Last Dollar program, where it simply works the exact same way that I explained earlier, where you apply for your financial aid and whatever is remaining after, they will pay up until the last dollar. Now, if you apply for FAFSA and you don't receive any money at all, then they will cover the entire amount of your tuition. And this is for high school graduates and adult learners 20 or older. In Kansas, they have the Nebraska Promise Scholarship. Yeah, I don't even know how I said that. But qualifying students must be on track to graduate from one of the Nebraska high school and have completed the Nebraska Promise Scholarship Program. You also must be a resident of the USD 461. You must be in good standing with the school, no felony convictions, no juvenile records as well. And then you must apply for your FAFSA as well as 40 hours of community service. And it will also still, they want to look at your attendance at the Nebraska schools as well. You must be living in the school district by September 20th of your school year, and they kind of do theirs on a prorated program. So if you were there between K and 12th grade, you get 100%. I think from like 7th through 12th grade is 95%, and then anything else is like 85%. Next, we have Kentucky, where we have the Kentucky Scholars Program for Kentucky residents who are pursuing degrees in an in-demand workforce sector, including like healthcare, manufacturing, transportation, IMT, construction. To apply for this program, you must be a U.S. citizen as well as a resident of Kentucky. You must have graduated high school or enrolled in a GED program, but have not attained an associate's degree. So if you have any type of degree already, you don't qualify for this one in Kentucky. And then you must be accepted into an approved institution by the Kentucky Higher Education Authority to get the program as well. So I like it. All right, next we're going to Louisiana, where they have the TOPS Taylor Opportunity for Students. This is a scholarship program directed at all state residents who attend one of Louisiana's public university schools or state community college, or even a technical school as well. Now, these scholarships have taken the place of tuition costs, but not other expenses. So they will just cover your tuition. You must be a full-time freshman, have at least a 2.5 GPA, and then also they look at your ACT score from the prior year, and you must have earned at least 24 hours during that academic year to remain eligible as well. All right. I mean, they're giving you free school. What more can you ask? The next we have is the Maine Community College System, which is providing certificate training to students who are interested in working in high demand fields in Maine. Now, the grant will serve at certain community colleges for 3 years. You can study like phlebotomy, electrical engineering, facility maintenance, software development, any type of equipment, any in-demand field. To apply, you must have a high school diploma and plan on entering the workforce after studying and graduating from that school as well. All right, let's keep the ball rolling. Okay, I mean, look, Y'all, this is a long video. In Maryland, we have the Maryland Community Scholarship Program, where they offer up to $5,000 to cover 2-year community college tuition to enroll in a vocational course. There is no age limit for this program. You must have a minimum GPA of at least 2.3 and your income of no more than $100,000 if you're unmarried. If you're married, up to $150,000, as well in 2-parent households. Now, you are required to work full-time in the state 1 year after earning your degree or certificate. Next, we are going to Massachusetts, where they have the Boston Tuition-Free Community College Program. The city of Boston will provide up to 3 years of college tuition for qualifying low-income students pursuing degrees in 6 participating schools. Now, they will cover the remaining tuition or fees after applying for the Pell Grant, and you can earn or expect up to $250 for each semester for a maximum of 3 years to cover major expenses like your books or transportation. You must be a Boston resident. You must graduate with at least a 2.0 GPA, and then you must be willing to start the program the following year that you're getting ready to graduate. So, and you also do have to apply for your Pell Grant to show that you qualify for low to moderate income as well. All right. The next program that we are going to is the Michigan Future for Frontliners program. This is a new scholarship that was introduced during the pandemic. It's for those who have risked their lives and working during the pandemic. They started this program, I think it was like April 1st through April 30th. Y'all, they received like over 200,000 or 300,000 applications, and they decided to go ahead and keep the program going. You can qualify for certain colleges in Michigan with a number of working age adults to get skills, certificates, or degrees, and they said they want about 60% of people to have their degree in Michigan by 2030. So we're headed over to Minnesota, where we have free tuition for lower income students. Now, the plan is you must be a Minnesota resident and come from a family earning less than $50,000 per year. Now, you would apply on any of the university's 5 campuses. They have them located. It will require the university to cover any tuition or fees remaining after any state or other federal aid is applied as well. So it seems like that's what a lot of the colleges are doing now. Once you exhaust your Pell Grant funding, then they'll help. Now we're headed over to Mississippi for the Tuition Assistance Grant. This is designed to help financial assistance to Mississippi residents attending state-approved public or private not-for-profit 2- and 4-year colleges or universities. Now, they want to be able to provide education opportunities for students who wish to pursue post-secondary education and from the state who do not already benefit from any federal need base. This award is only $500 per year for your academic freshman year, but then for your sophomore and junior year, they will give you $1,000, or I might have got that as like your freshman and sophomore. Somewhere like that. All right. So in Missouri, they have the A+ scholarship, and this is for any student who wants to attend a community college, state technical college, or even private 2- or 4-year school. You must have attended a A+ high school for at least 2 years prior to graduating. Not sure what that is in Missouri, but you also must have a 2.5 on a 4.0 scale, have at least a 95% attendance record, and you must have at least 50 hours of unpaid tutoring, mentoring per quarter, as well as job shadowing prior to graduation. Y'all not playing with that. Oh my goodness. In Montana, we have the Montana Promise Grant for students who are pursuing an associate's degree at a professional or a professional credential at one of Montana's 2-year tribal and community colleges. Now, you must be a Montana resident at least for 12 months, have at least a 2.5 GPA. You should have not completed more than 60 credit hours of post-secondary institution or earned an associate's degree as well. Next, we are moving on to Nebraska, where we have the Nebraska Promise, and the university expanded its financial aid need to provide free tuition for students who meet academic and family income qualifications. You do meet these if you are a full-time resident, as well as you have at least 12 or more undergraduate credits at the University of Nebraska. You must have a family income of less than $60,000. You must complete your Pell Grant as well. The program is super simple for this one. There is no separate application at all. Once you complete your FAFSA on there, it will automatically identify if you qualify. And so when you go to enroll in school, you'll know if you qualify for it. In Nevada, we have the Nevada Promise Scholarship Program that is based for Nevada high school students who want to attend a community college. And it's part of a last dollar program as well, where they will cover up to 3 years of tuition and any other fees, mandatory fees as well. Now, you do have to apply for the FAFSA for this one, but if you are part of the graduating class of 2021, the application period is from August through October as well. So you got to do it. All right. Moving along, in New Hampshire, they have the Hampshire Guarantee. Now, this program makes college eligible or college possible for first-time students of New Hampshire. Now, for this one, it is up to 4 years. You must be a New Hampshire resident entering your first year of college, or you can immediately transfer, graduate, and be eligible for the Pell Grant. If you meet this criteria, you automatically receive it as well. So as long as you submit your Pell Grant, you'll get it. In New Jersey, they have the Community College Opportunity Program, and this is only for students whose households are earning $65,000 or less. It is a last dollar program as well, which seems like they're pretty popular right now, these last dollar programs, which they will use all your funding, and you will be provided the scholarship for up to 5 semesters and the last dollar. Alrighty, here next we're going to New Mexico, where they have the New Mexico Higher Education Department, and they announced that they will use the money from the state lottery scholarship that will cover full tuition for in-state students at public universities, tribal colleges for this upcoming academic year. It will be the first time in 6 years that the lottery will cover full tuition. And it's, I think the last time they said that they did this was like 1996 through 2015. But you must be enrolled in a college and within 16 months of graduating high school to be eligible for this scholarship. Of course, you got to apply for your Pell Grant as well. You must have at least a 2.5 GPA as well. All right, next we are headed to the Big Apple, New York, where they have the Exceller Scholarship, where they cover up to $5,500 for students attending a 2-year and 4-year undergraduate program. Now, you must be at the State University of New York. It's like the SUNY school system, but applicants must have either graduated high school or earned a high school equivalency diploma, as well as pass the federal approved ability test. So I guess you guys are still giving a test. Now, this is open to students with an adjusted income of less than $125,000 or less. You must be a United States citizen of New York, as well as or in the last year prior to you enrolling in college. You must enroll for at least 12 credit hours, complete at least 30 credit hours per year, and reside in the state for the length of the time that you receive the reward as well. Next, we are headed to North Carolina. Now, in North Carolina, they do not have like a statewide community college program, but they do promise that if you enroll in college, that you can receive some type of help or some type of scholarship as well. So I know I looked at like University of North Carolina, as well as Elizabeth City State University. I think they had like a Pembroke Western State University where they had like $500. So it wasn't much, but they had something. In North Dakota, they do have a state program that is for first-time undergraduate students who attend any qualifying North Dakota public, private, or tribal college. Students must be pursuing a program at qualifying North Dakota institutions, as well as be enrolled at least quarter of the time. Now, the North Dakota State Grant does provide about $1,100 per semester or $733 per quarter, but this is based on your enrollment as well. So hey, every little bit helps. Next, we are headed to Ohio. This is another program for my seasoned seniors where you can attend a 2 or 4-year college at no cost at all. Now, participation is limited to classes with space availability, and it must be approved by an instructor, but in most cases, no college credit is earned, and in some costs, such as books or equipment, may apply. Now, you can contact the Office of Registrars as well as which participating colleges or universities. So it's pretty much like they allow you to come sit in the class class, learn something, get some credit, but I don't know if you actually earn a degree. So definitely want to check out. In Oklahoma, we have the Oklahoma Promise program, which started in 1992 to help more Oklahoma families send their children to college. It allows students who are enrolled in the 8th, 9th, or 10th grade and who earn a high school diploma from Oklahoma. You can go tuition free to any 2-year or 4-year university that you want to attend. Now, your family must earn less than $55,000 per year, as well as you must actually apply for your FAFSA or Pell Grant. You can't be suspended or get anything or any type of conduct reasons, or you will permanently lose this scholarship. Okay, so it looks like they're getting pretty strict with these scholarships. Now, in Oregon, we have the Oregon Promise, which covers up to $4,000 a year for high school students that are enrolled in both 2-year and 4-year colleges. You must have at least a 2.5 GPA and at least 145 on a GED test. Now, applicants must have been a resident of Oregon for the past 12 months, and you should not have earned more than 90 college credits or completed those before applying for this scholarship. In Pennsylvania, they have the Pennsylvania Promise, which allows students with family incomes of less than $110,000 or less to apply for grants up to $1,000 per year at community colleges for 2 years, and then a minimum of $2,500 per year for up to 4 years under the Pennsylvania State System for Higher Education. So now this program will also provide $50 million in adults for families who have less than $110,000 acquired their 4-year post-secondary credit as well. So I mean, all these incomes, but it's not bad on the income. In Rhode Island, they have the program for high school graduates for the state to pursue tuition-free associate degrees at the state's community colleges, regardless of your family income, as long as you have at least a 2.5 GPA from high school and you're younger than 19 years old. Then you can earn your associate's degree. You can transfer the grant to the University of Rhode Island or Rhode Island College through the Joint Admissions Agreement program as well. So, I mean, that's a good one. Now we are headed to South Carolina, where we have the Spartanburg Community College is offering free tuition to anyone who desires to begin or continue their education, including adults with some college, adults with no college, recent high school graduates, dual enrolled high school students, career changes, anyone that wants to start over or you just need to, figure it out. You are eligible to go to college free in South Carolina. Now, you must have at least a minimum of 6 credit hours to be eligible for this for the 2021-2022 academic school year. I headed over to South Dakota, where they have Build Dakota scholarships, where you can get your technical degree 100% free. Now, you must enter a high demand program at one of the 4 South Dakota technical colleges to qualify. Now let's head over to Tennessee, where we have the Tennessee Promise, which provides eligible high school students tuition-free education at one of the state's 13 community colleges, as well as 27 technical schools are eligible in public and private universities with 2-year programs. So the great thing about this program is they provide students in the form of a mentor to navigate the college admission process. So qualifying Tennessee residents, you must have at least a 2.0 or higher and must complete at least 8 hours of community service each term to continue to get this scholarship. Now in Texas, for students living in Texas, free money for college is available. They have the Texas Promise, which helps you cover the cost of tuition, books, as well as some type of fees at participating colleges, and some, not all, 4-year schools in Texas. Then they have the Alamo Promise. They also have one in Dallas, which was like the Dallas and Harris County Promise. It was a lot of programs in Texas. In Utah, we have the 4 Utah Scholarship, which ensures 4 years of tuition free and fees for students. Now, to be eligible, you must be a resident and applied for your Pell Grant. You must have at least a 3.2 GPA. And then once you completed your FAFSA on there, it must say that you are needed this aid, okay? That you need the aid. All right, next we are headed to Vermont, where we have the Vermont State College that is offering free tuition for select programs this fall. Free tuition is available for Vermont students whose families earn less than $50,000 per year. They also have a special scholarship and is also available to Vermonters attending college out of state who you may want to return home now and live with some adults because you can go to school free. So they do have that. In Virginia, we have the G3 program, Get Skilled, Get a Job, and Give Back. This initiative allows for you to go to community college tuition free as long as you are low or middle moderate income. Now, you must pursue like degrees such as healthcare, information technology, or computer science. You do have to qualify for the Pell Grant, and then they will give up to $900 per semester, $450 per summer term. It just depends. The program is determined through your submission of your FAFSA program. So it just depends. Each institution will be a little bit more specific when it comes to what degree you have to major in or look at as well. Next, we are headed over to Washington, where Washington has two main free community college initiatives. One is the College Bound Scholarship Program, which this one's like a last dollar program. We talked about the last dollar, where you apply for the Pell Grant, and then whatever is remaining, they would cover, but you must be in the 7th or 8th grade from low-income families to qualify. And then in Seattle, they also have a last dollar program where graduates of public schools, you can apply for the scholarship as well in Seattle, and they will cover any remaining funding that you need beyond tuition, such as meals, books, room and board as well. So you can go to Seattle Promise Equity Scholarship as well, or the College Bound Scholarship in Washington, and meet their criteria as well. Next, we are headed to West Virginia, where we have the West Virginia Invest. Now, this allows students in the state to attend public colleges with qualifying certificates, associates, degrees, tuition free. To be eligible for this program, you must pass a drug test, including marijuana use, as well as before the beginning of each semester. Next, we're headed to Wisconsin, where we have the Wisconsin Promise, where it's commitment to Wisconsin resident students that guarantees a free tuition of fees for incoming freshmen, transfer students who households adjusted income is below $60,000. All right, and Wyoming, I could not find any scholarships or free tuition programs in your state, so I'm sorry, honey. But that's it, guys. This is the end of the video. It was definitely a long one, but you can tell my commitment to making sure to put out different resources and programs, especially for free colleges. There are so many people that have student loans, and if we had known then what we know now, I promise you it would be a different story. So if you cannot find any help in this video, share it with someone just to let them know that, you know what, hey, an education is definitely a terrible thing to waste, especially when you can get it for free, especially when this can change your family dynamics. It can get your family out of poverty. It can get you onto a better track, a higher paying job. It's free. How much more can you want, guys? All you have to do is fill out the application. And that's all I have. Go ahead and purchase my t-shirt, grab my ebook. Let me know, do you like videos like this? I try to do for every state because it's hard for me if I just pick out certain states. I know I got watchers everywhere. But yeah, share the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Let me go get me some water, okay, girl, because this was long. Bye, y'all.